All right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. My goodness, I did not know that it was actually going to be like that. Really, truly hope you can hear me. Can you hear me? All right, folks, thank you so much. Absolutely. Um, today we're going to be talking about, my goodness, I can't believe I'm live. I didn't even put it on. Anyway, America's not a democracy. America is not a democracy, folks. I mean, you have to remember that. You got to remember that. America's not a democracy. Not at all. Not at all a democracy. Not at all a democracy. You say, but CJ, what are you talking about? I've learned that America has been a philosophy, a democracy ever since this philosophy entered my brain when I was in elementary school. I know for a reason. For a reason. There's a reason why, right? They taught you that. The same reason they didn't want you to know that Jack Sisson was one of the first special elite forces of the American Revolutionary War, who was a black man. That's not a conspiracy theory anymore, is it? You've never heard of him. I know you probably never heard of Percy Julian either. Black chemist. It's amazing the things that are being brought out now and how amazing these different heritages, not just blacks, but Asians as well, and Caucasians and Mexicans, how they contributed to the building and the wealth of America. It's amazing the things that you leave out when you don't want a people to recognize their identity. America is a constitutional republic, not a democracy. It's very embarrassing for the comedians and for the so called, right, professionals and authorities and legal authorities that are out there, and they are absolutely they're giving shows and presentations, and they're mentioning, yeah, this is a great democracy and all of this, and they're feeding right into the hand of the enemy. But that's what happens when you're ignorant, right? When you're unlearned in certain subjects, you can be easily taken advantage of. And so when you hear someone say, man, that's damaging to our democracy, what they're doing is damaging to our democracy, you should be like, you should look at them and say, that's actually a good thing, because we don't want democracy. Why? Democracy is a rule by the majority. Hmm? And the majority can infringe upon the rights of the minority. And that's not God's way. God has given us rights. And the government's role is to make sure that those rights are protected, not to get all in our business, not to collect unlawful taxes, right? Not to collect unconstitutional monies. Hmm? No, 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 no. That's not their job. Their duty is to make sure that our God given rights are protected. And the thing about that is, if they don't do it, then guess what? They can be removed. By who? We the people. Because you see, we the people in a constitutional republic, which America is, right? America is not a democracy, but in a constitutional republic, which America is, guess who's Caesar? Guess who's king? Not man, the law, the Constitution. Everybody falls under it. Okay. And we, the people, are the Caesars. Everyone. Huh? Every citizen. We, the people, are. And so you're looking at it. right? You're looking at a nation that is on the verge of knowing her identity again. Oh my goodness. And it's so exciting because you realize that for 100 years, people have tried to dupe this nation and to say that this nation is not a Christian nation, and to say that this nation is a democracy, and to say that this nation is going down. Can you imagine the rebirth of a nation that knows who she is? Can you imagine what happens? I mean, what happens when one finds out they were born king? What happens when they find out who their identity is? Isn't there movies about that? Oh, it's going to be a reckoning, and there is going to be rejoicing. There's going to be both a reckoning and rejoicing because the people are going to find out, my goodness, wait a minute. Why didn't anyone tell us this before? Right? And they're going to recognize who they are, and the enemy's going to be running scared. And their whole system that tried to take down America will collapse before their very eyes. Why? Because they've recognized that America, the people have recognized that America is not a democracy, but a constitutional republic. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you, and you have a great day.